Ha. What exactly are AAA games good for again? Okay, not exactly the fairest statement I could start a review with, but it's been a while since that little tag has been anything but a huge warning for me, and I honestly don't see that changing anytime soon. Almost as a rule, the best I can expect is hot mediocrity, even though more often what I get is something closer to lukewarm diarrhea. So unless it's a gift, I just generally haven't bothered with a AAA title since, I don't know, Skyrim? So when I get a request to review Mass Effect Andromeda alongside a copy to play, needless to say my expectations were, low, to put it lightly. I couldn't even get all the way through 3, even though I liked the first 2, to varying degrees, frankly. As for Andromeda, it's, well, it isn't quite as bad as I'd expected, actually. Given this game's hype and controversy, there's already more reviews on it than I care to count, and most of the common criticisms hold true. The animations are ugly and amateurish. The dialogue is very clunky, very painful, and it kinda sounds like it was pulled from a college freshman's fanfiction. And the combat is generally kind of uninspired, safe feeling, for lack of a better term. And yes, there is a lot of weird, unwieldy additions to the game, like the return of the rebranded Mako, which... Did anyone like the Mako? Anyone? Show of hands? No? No one in the empty room? Okay, good, no, I didn't think so. But whatever, that doesn't really matter. The point is that I'm not going to go back over all the issues in the game individually, because other reviewers have tread that ground far better than I could now. And besides, pretty much all of Andromeda's problems stem from the same core fuck-up. It's a AAA franchise with a AAA publisher and AAA funding with AAA resources and an amateur development team. Note, I don't mean amateur as an insult here. I'm making a genuine attempt to classify the quality of work I'm looking at. If I didn't see some signs of genuine care, I would just call it fucking lazy, and this whole review would be a 5 solid minute span of me smashing my head into a brick wall over and over again. But all the care in the world can't take the place of skill and experience. And yeah, it kinda really fucking shows, guys.
It was your life or his, and he chose you. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I know this must be a blow.
I'm gonna give you 3 seconds. Exactly 3 fucking seconds to wipe that stupid looking grin off your face, or I will gouge out your eyeballs and skull fuck you!
It's actually kind of a shame, because there are elements of the story which really intrigue me, like the alien species themselves, the Ket, this new society we could form out here in Andromeda, the ancient alien artifacts, which, yes, are kind of a carryover, but still. The beautiful planetary landscapes always catch my attention. It's all really good stuff, but when it becomes borderline painful to endure the conversations it takes to get through that story, I'm eventually going to lose interest. See, even though the game's mechanics held up pretty well if you're into that modern, consoleized shooter vibe you see variations of in most all AAA games these days, Mass Effect is an RPG first and foremost, and my policy on role-playing games is simple. Story can carry bad gameplay, but gameplay can't carry bad story. That is unique to RPGs, but I find the games I like hold true to this policy every single time. Really, I can't understand why BioWare made the choices they did with Andromeda. This was the first step into what could be a huge, grand expansion of this universe, open to new stories and ways of approaching this incredibly rich intellectual property. And they assigned the C team to it, who gave us a big old helping of more of the same. While I genuinely hope they do something big and new with an inevitable sequel, all I could think was, you know, for $40, this is a really good first title for a new studio. Then I remembered that this is $60, not counting the also inevitable DLC, and it's from BioWare. At that point, the only thought left is, what the fuck?